Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So in the last couple months, we've done quite a few mods on the F150 Tremor. In the last video, we did a muffler install on the truck. And in today's video, we are going to be going over the AMP Train Attack RT tires that are currently mounted onto our truck. Now, first and foremost, the reason why I bought them is because I love the aggressive design of them. They're probably one of the better looking tires I have owned personally. The sidewall along with the tread make for a very aggressive look, and that much I love. I do love the look of them, but they certainly come with their flaws, starting with the ride quality. So I have about 3,000 miles on these tires, and they ride horribly. First, I thought I had unbalanced tires, so I took them back to the tire shop. They did confirm that they were not unbalanced, and they ended up doing a road force test on them. What they found out by doing that road force test on them was there's a lot of hard spots on the tires, which were causing that sort of vibration feel. The rear tires being the worst of them, so we put them onto the rear so you wouldn't feel them as much through the steering wheel, but nonetheless, they all had really hard spots on them, which is causing just for a very, very bad ride, specifically around 50, 60 miles per hour. It was basically simulating unbalanced tires. So I've been constantly driving around with a vibrating truck because of these hard spots on the tire, which have been very, very annoying. The second thing, these guys hold stones like crazy. Now, I just washed the truck and I'm in a parking lot here, so I haven't done a lot of driving, but they hold stones like crazy. There's another one there. And I know when you get a tire profile of this kind, it's going to hold rocks. I get that. But their ability to eject stones and eject them safely is non-existent. And like I said, just you go through any sort of gravel parking lot and you end up with 30 or 40 rocks stuck in these treads, and they have a hard time ejecting them. And when they do, they just fling out like... It just goes right under your truck. They don't fling out to the side or nothing. They're just straight out the back, and if you don't have mud flaps on, which I obviously don't, you could end up chipping someone's windshield behind you very, very easily. So the stone ejecting technology on these tires are non-existent. Now, for the overall noise of these tires, that isn't an issue. I haven't noticed any loud cabin noise. It's been very quiet in the cab for the most part, but these are new tires and I'm sure they will get worse with wear, but that hasn't been an issue. So I've had tires in the past that are way worse when it comes to sort of the overall loudness in the cab, when it comes to the tire vibrations as you're doing highway travel. But when it comes to the performance of these tires, they do not perform well. So as you guys can obviously tell, we got lots of snow out here right now, and I got these tires late summer. So I've had the ability to drive them in dry season, wet season, icy and snowy season like this, and they do not perform well at all. These tires have so much trouble hooking up in the snow, whether it's in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, they just do not hook up. I would say overall, these are the worst tires I have had on my truck when it comes to winter driving. I've had Nitto Trail Grappler MTs before. I've actually had the AMP Train Attack MT tires before, sorry, and those performed quite well. That's why I figured because I had an AMP set in the past, I'd be good getting these put on my truck, and I figured the RTs would perform way better than the MTs, but that is not the case. These tires do not perform well. I don't know if it's just the overall design of them. They're just not it. I've had the Radar Renegades RTs in the past, and those were a much cheaper tire that performed 10 times better than these ones in my opinion. Now, I'm not usually in the market for making a bad review video, but I just wanted to be honest with you guys, and maybe they're just a poorly made batch of tires, but I have to give an honest review on what I have. I can't speak for other tires out there, and maybe people in the comments can chime up and share their experience with these tires, but just overall, you guys have not been happy with these tires, and I will be looking to upgrade them in the near future. As I have a little youngling that sits in the back seat, I have to think about safety a little bit more these days now, whereas before I probably would have just ridden these till they were bald. But I think I'll be upgrading as soon as I can, so stay tuned for that one, you guys. Other than that, those are just my overall thoughts on the tires. The ride is really buggy, it vibrates like crazy, and the stone ejecting technology, as well as just the overall driving conditions when it comes to snow, ice, and wet roads. So that'll about do it for this video, guys. I hope that helps you guys when you are making a decision on these tires. And as always, thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.